over the past few years, I've been doing a lot of inner work to heal from shame and harm caused by the church and purity culture. And as a result, I now feel a sense of freedom in this area and have been the one initiating conversations with my husband about sex. He will engage, but says the topic still makes him uncomfortable and has said he would honestly prefer not to talk about it at all. How can I help my husband be more comfortable discussing sex?
Wow. So tell me, give me an example of a situation where he just shuts down.
So I shared with him one of my fantasies, and he just listened and didn't really respond at all. I have asked him, what turns you on? For me, it's this thing or that thing. Well, what gets you excited? And he's like, when you're naked, and doesn't say anything else. and I'm like, okay.
Oh, the simple male mind. All the guys in the booth are just nodding well, that's kind of it. So.
Yeah. But I'm like, there has to be more.
I guess there's two sides of this. Number one, tell me why there has to be more. What if his ultimate fantasy is you?
Yeah.
And that may not be the case, and I know there's deeper layers to this, but I just want to hold that potential. What if the source of his fantasy is you?
I guess I never thought about it that way, because in my head I'm like, oh, I assumed you would like this thing, or what about this, or I have fantasies about doing this with you, what about you? And he'll respond nothing. And I'm like, oh.
Okay, but when you try to enact some of your fantasies with him, does he go along with it? Is he all in?
No, he'll be like, oh, that's crazy dirty, or just listen and not really say anything. And then it just makes me feel kind of stupid for being so vulnerable.
Okay,
and
there it is,
it
right there.
Wasn't well received.
So that I think is the first thing I want to talk through. You've done all this work to heal from shame, but you moved from your parents' approval to your church's approval, and now you've wiped that up. You haven't wiped it clean. That's not fair. You have unhooked yourself from those judgments, but you outsourced it to him.
Right.
And now he's like, yeah, that's kind of out there. And that 9-year-old girl or that 17-year-old girl or that 22-year-old girl goes whoosh all the way back again. Yet another person telling you that the way you feel about sex is somehow wrong or dirty or not enough.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the outsourcing of that.
Could you clarify your question?
Do you feel like you're gross for having a fantasy that you want to try out with your husband?
I mean, I don't want to feel gross because I'm so happy that I don't feel shame anymore.
Yeah. Except you do feel shame when he looks at you and doesn't answer you back.
Yeah, I feel kind of he's judging me.
There you go. Is he really judging you? Because if he is, and he's a jerk, and we can take a different path here. Is he judging you, or is he just saying, "Oh, I'm not into that fantasy, but good on you"?
I don't think he's judging. I think it is just kind of oh, that's a crazy fantasy of yours, but yeah, he's not into it.
Okay. Does it feel lonely or isolating, or do you feel nuts? What do you feel?
Yeah, I guess I just feel I'm so excited and all in this area, and I feel he just wishes I would have stayed in this box.
Ah, there you go. Is that a story you're telling yourself, or has he told you that story?
That's a story I'm telling myself.
Okay. Is there anything in your mind, or your more than your mind, in your experience that says he doesn't love being with you? He doesn't like making love to you? Doesn't like going along with some of your wild stuff? Maybe not the extent fantasies, but all right, I want to try this tonight. He's like, absolutely not. We're not doing that. We are going old school missionary. We're done in 30 seconds, and we're or does he go along with you?
He sometimes will be flexible, but he's a man of routine for sure.
Okay, so
he just likes the good old classic.
A man of routine. That's fantastic. Good old classic. And just know that millions of men listening to this are just banging their dashboard in their car right now, why? Right? And so have you gone, again, I feel like this is kind of a recurring theme in the show. Have you gone that layer deeper and said, hey, I've put some things on the table. I've tried to be vulnerable. And when you just kind of blow it off, I feel that deep sense of shame again. I feel like you don't like the person who I don't feel like you like a sexualized wife that wants to be with you all the time and be curious and be playful and be exploratory together.
Hmm. Yeah, I've said that, and we're just in different places right now, which is fine. I don't think anybody's desires match up 100% of the time. And so for me, I'm the one with the higher interest, and he's not. And so I think it's harder too for him to want to be all in when he's just mentally not.
Why isn't he mentally in?
He's shared, he feels nothing lately. Like, he doesn't feel excitement. He doesn't feel joy. He doesn't look forward to anything. And we've talked about, him possibly seeking out therapy or seeing a doctor and things like that. And he isn't interested. And so, just any excitement at all. Never mind when it comes to the bedroom. He's just, he's a good, loving husband, and he'll participate, but
is that, how much of this story is that you're watching the life drain out of the guy that you love?
Yeah, I thought about that lately. He hasn't been, when you meet, of course, like 2 decades ago, you're different. You're teenagers. You have no responsibilities, no kids. But he was definitely more full of life and vibrant and fun and funny. And he hasn't been that way for a long time.
Yeah. And is there some part of you, the person raised a people pleaser to please everybody at your church and please everybody at your house, that is trying to run around and trying to solve that for him? Or that's taking ownership?
It's hard for me not to feel his mood. Like, if he's depressed and I feel depressed, and I'm like, how can I fix it? Or if he's, angry, I feel like I turtle and I did something wrong. Like, it's hard for me not to feel his emotions. But I know that I can't fix anything. That's up to him. That's his job.
I know, but can I just tell you, you're a pretty amazing wife.
Thank you.
This is when a lot of wives cash out. And I'm so grateful to know there's a wife like you out there that loves her husband so much that she sees him dying in his own skin and is really trying to make an effort to reach out to him. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And when we live such busy lives, you'll have kids too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got kids running around. You just got chaos everywhere. A lot of times, especially in certain seasons, the only thing we have left to get our pulse rate up that's not on a screen somewhere is sex. And I high five you for getting, like, going back and mining your depths and getting your healing done, and for exhaling. Honestly, for his sake and for your marriage's sake, I really think you'll need to go talk to somebody. And I know it can be hard when you have a stubborn husband who just is like, I ain't doing that, or I'm too busy, or whatever. But I think it's worth saying, hey, I'm not doing a great job of communicating with you, and I'd love for you to go talk to somebody with me, because I want to do a better job. It would mean a lot if you came with me.
So what if I have said that and he's already said he doesn't want to?
Then I think the next layer is I'm feeling unsafe and unloved in this house, because that's the truth.
Yeah.
Do you ever say this? I need you. I want you.
Yeah, I do need and want him. I don't know how often I say that, but
I can just tell you, I was on the road for the last 2 months. I was touring all over the place, and I got home, and things are always a little bit everyone's just trying to figure out their routines. And I missed finals week for my son. I was just out and about. And my wife just said a week ago, sitting by each other on the front porch, looking out over our property, she said, I think I realized why I was just out of sorts. And I was like, why is that? And she said, I need you.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you right now, dude, I got a great marriage, but that felt like a cup of cold water in a desert.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of conversation about quote unquote mental load that women carry, and it's exorbitant. It's crazy. It's a lot. It's astounding. The dentist appointments and the schools out and the lunches and all of it and the bills. Like, there's so much. I get it. I think there's been a misrepresentation or a lack of understanding, or not even a conversation about the mental load that men carry. It's so heavy. and it's way out into the future, and it's not always real, but it's so heavy. And most men I know are walking around their lives feeling like they're just a failure at everything. And so a wife reaching out and grabbing their husband's hand, figuratively or literally saying, I need you. This is a path you can love me, and I'm asking you to come with me. I'm not telling you you need to. I'm asking you, please come with me. That might be the shot. And all I can say is it worked with me. And I thank God every day of my life that my wife asked me to do that, because it unlocked healing in me that I didn't know needed to be healed. And I think I'm an infinitely better husband and a better communicator and a better dad, a better citizen, because my wife said, I need you. Thanks for the call, sister. I'm really, really grateful. And hey, I would be honored if he would call in. He probably won't, but man, I would love to talk to him. That would be awesome, because I've been in that seat before. I'd love for him to call.